Hello everybody, this is Skyflight44, aka Zect44, and today we're going to be playing The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King on the Game Boy Advance. I don't know how many times I've been requested to play this game, even recently. I kind of been wanting to save it so, I could play a few other things, but then I thought to myself, I don't have to beat this entire game all in one sitting. I can go about playing some other stuff in the meantime. Because there are multiple different games we're going to be playing, because we're going to be doing, like, the Two Towers. We're going to be doing each of these. Each character is going to get their own time in the limelight. Though, if we're doing it that way, we might as well at least start with either Aragorn, Legolas, or Gimli. Because if we don't, well, we're gonna be playing through that same game 3 times over. Possibly even in the same exact... right after each other. Wouldn't want that. So, the big thing about this game that's just so much better is that if we... wrong thing. If we go into the options, we have here in the options something that makes the game so much better than Two Towers. Quick Skill Select. This, along with the fact that healing is tied to items, it is still a power, but it uses a consumable item instead of needing spirit, allows you to actually use abilities, skills, whenever you really want to without having to sacrifice going and using, healing. So how I usually have it is you hold the left and then you either have A, B, or right that are going to be your skills. So currently, though I don't have them, it would be White Knives, Spread Fire, and Herbal Healing. As long as I was holding left, then if I press B, A, or R, it will go about using that active skill. So let's just get on with the game. I was playing earlier with Gimli yesterday. Just trying to get used to the game. But really, while I do enjoy the Two Towers, this game is just so much better. Also, I completely forget whether or not this is actually in the Two Towers, but on the very bottom right, you have basically it's a nice guide telling you where you're supposed to go. That's really nice, I will admit. Because otherwise, some things in this game would be much harder to go and deal with. Okay, so short bow. 48 impaling damage, plus 5% critical. This is 1 damage and is also cheap, which means we're going to want to go about using them. Short bow of the south, that's really cool. So that's another 1 accuracy and 10%... another 5% critical. Wonder how this is gonna go. One thing about this game is, considering the fact that because healing is on items and not on, because healing is on items and not necessarily on a skill, like completely on a skill using your own mana, It's let's just say it's quite a bit easier and harder at the exact same time. Buds for 1 critical armor. Because if you piss through all of your healing items, then obviously you no longer have healing anymore. But at the same time, you can actually heal up quite a lot faster and quite a bit more if you actually have the items. So let's get a used whetstone. Make our weapons more powerful. Big thing, just like the 2 towers, what I usually go through is making the accuracy is what I go for when it comes to skills initially. Especially if I'm using characters that aren't very good accuracy-wise. Usually getting at least 40. And then I will prioritize some other stuff. So, when I think about it, what should we get over here on for his? The friend of Mirkwood summons a hawk to distract foes. Each hawk stuns a foe and does 3 damage per level. Cost 80 spirit. A foraging. Okay. That's interesting. So we can actually kill enemies and then use this to gain more healing opportunities. Okay, this one might be useful. Silent Stride. I usually prefer just being able to kill off everything more than anything else. But I'm definitely going to be using Spread Fire. And don't really know if I want to use White Knives, because this is going to have to go and use an inventory slot. And whether or not it's actually going to be good, who really knows. So either Silent Stride, possibly Friend of Mirkwood, and these 4 are the ones I'm going to want to think about. But it's going to be one of these 3 I'm going to be trying to use. Without that, okay, so accuracy is just going to increase our accuracy and critical damage. That's cool. You understand the secrets of herbs, so herbs heal an additional 10 HP level. And your bow's attack, strong and powerful, plus 1 damage with bows specifically. Which means, why really use White Knives? Creatures of nature fear you, plus 2 damage to spiders, wargs, and Mumakil for every level. This is for orcs, same thing. This one's nice. Fleet of foot. It just increased your foot speed. Arrow parry. You can parry arrows from the air. 6%. Chance of knocking arrows out of the air per level. Galadriel's Relising. Arrow shoots 10% faster. And they have a 3% chance of crit. That's really nice. This one, on the other hand, makes Legolas so much fun to use. If you're playing a second game, Archer of Mirkwood, he shoots an additional arrow. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. I'm probably gonna stick with... I'm gonna go with the accuracy and the crit damage. So, like I said, we're just gonna increase our accuracy for a little while. If you can't hit your opponent, then no matter how much damage you're gonna do, it's not gonna be anything worth it. It's when I eventually had to learn that when I was a child. And as soon as I actually did understand that, the game became so much easier. Okay, short staff. So, one thing about this game is there's 4 types of things you're going to come up with. You're going to come up with a Dwarven Forge, which you can get, you can buy runes from. You have your, like, regular forge, which you can go about just selling off items, getting whetstones. You have Ranger Hollow, which can allow you to put in, like, you can save items that you don't want to go about carrying, usually things that are much better than what you can use at the very moment in time. Like if you're at level 6 and you have this level 10 item that you want to go about using. You can also get Ent Water, which will refill your life. Basically an auto life. And lastly, there is the Shrine, which you can get. I believe you can get herbs from there, and you can also go about getting skill points and attribute points. Which, now I think about it, let's go and see. Okay, that'll be good. Now we can probably go into something like strength or something else. We can't get another one of these, so we can probably go with Range Master. I'm still a little bit not likely to get one of these just yet. Though, nah. I'm just gonna go about getting Range Master. I could probably use the power. And unfortunately, now we lose Gandalf, so now we actually have to go about playing the game. And trust me, the game doesn't really... the game doesn't pull punches. Especially with people like you. Game's a lot harder than I remember it being, though. Though, as playing an archer this time is going to be quite a bit different because I was playing as Gimli yesterday, and he has his lovely a skill that was pretty much the only skill I was really using on him that just makes every single attack he does a critical, and all you do for a level up for is increase the time that super mode's going on for, and it's fantastic. Definitely makes going and killing off the more elite enemies so much easier. Okay, I'm gonna get that just because I'm low enough anyway. So, let's sell everything. We can go about getting random items, but those are hardly ever good. And I remember never really liking the majority of what I got from that. At that point in time, it's better spent on just healing items. Oh, good, I can kill you off. Okay, so nothing I can actually go about using. I'm gonna stick away from trying to continuously go back to one of these areas so I can sell items. Though arguably that's what I should be doing. Mainly just for the sake of time. this is... Yeah, it's going well. So, Sharku's woven shirt. 3 melee armor, 1 missile armor, 5 hit points. Oh no, we'll take it for now. One of the things that definitely... Oh, damn. Getting out of here. In the 2000 Game Boy Advance, you could sometimes get items you could never go about using. Specifically stuff like axes and like that weapon type. And it does make it feel as if they just had to cut Gimli out for the sake of time. But the lovely thing is he is in this game. And actually, you can even go about playing as Sam too. Okay. That one's nice. Wasn't expecting to get anything that was going to be valuable on my trek down here. You don't really have much of anything. The majority of what you're going to be getting is either just standard or cheap. Like that. Point proven. Okay, +1 melee armor, +1 missile armor. And I'm getting out of there. So the collar should be the accessory slot. So 1 defense, that's fine. Also, let's see what we can get. Okay, increasing that by so much isn't going to increase our damage by anything. So we might as well throw the other one into courage. Mainly because, well, now we're actually going to have an active skill I want to use. And spread fire. And that one was on the R button, so... Yeah, right now, not necessarily as useful, but it's going to be very useful soon. So after you go about placing a skill point into anything, if I remember correctly, some other ones might change it, but I remember it just being 2 more levels you need in order to be able to go about placing another one in that same skill. So at level 6 I should be able to place another one into spread fire. Oops, wrong one. Didn't need that. Okay. Now, what these 2 games definitely taught me, inventory management. Only have 8 slots in it. Therefore, we're gonna have to continuously get rid of stuff in order to actually do anything. almost gonna be out of here. I haven't died once, which is nice. The sucky thing is when you actually just run out of healing items and then you're just continuously dying. Yeah, unless you get, you know, random healing item drops or your next to a shrine, you're not gonna be able to get any more healing items. And suddenly, well, it isn't a dead game, unless you're not playing well. This game can be significantly harder than its predecessor. I feel as if we just gain spirit quicker. And I remember exactly how Legless went about healing up in the previous game. Just standing still. Granted, wasn't exactly so bad, considering it didn't cost anything. Just that, well, it's kind of boring, especially when you're doing that so frequently. Again, at least this way, we can just go about healing as we go quite quickly. The game continues to be, you know, speedy. Well, I don't know, outside of using them, I don't know if there's really any way of showing exactly how many of them you still have left. I might need to get my accuracy up just slightly more. Because unfortunately, especially with something like spread fire, it's not gonna be incredibly good if I don't actually have good accuracy. Or barbed arrows. The game really only be... Thinking. Is this game as good as what I remember it being? Or is this game just... well... a game? I haven't really been able to play enough of it recently in order to actually say for sure whether or not this is still a good game. Especially considering the fact that it is 2022 and I'm playing a Game Boy Advance game that has, or I could probably play better, more in-depth games. And again, I also play a lot of other games like SNES games, and I could say the same exact thing there. Let's get 2 more healing items. And it's only the dried ones, it's not the fresh. Therefore, it doesn't heal as much. And nothing good. Okay. Yeah, this is fun. Come on. That sucked. Oh, get the hell away from me. I hate those guys so much. The entire reason why I just do not like, or why I think the early portion of the game can be a tad difficult. Ah, there goes all my barbed arrows. Oilcloth shirt. Let's get rid of that and see what that one has. Okay, 2 melee armor, 2 missile armor, 1 defense. I kind of prefer having that over 5 hit points. Gotta love those Game Boy Advance screenshots. Well, have a nice day, everybody. In the next part, we'll actually get on to past this tutorial